Hey everybody, Neil here, back once again with another quick streaming review for you. And today I'm going to be taking a look at The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 4, The Foundling. Spoilers? Yes, once again, I will be spoiling the heck out of this episode, so you have been warned. Alright, moving on. This episode was directed by Carl Weathers, Grief Karga himself, and it's a bit shorter than the previous three, at least it seems that way, certainly. So, story-wise, it picks up where Mando, Grogu, and Bo-Katan have landed amongst the other Mandos and have been welcomed back into their fold. And we get a training session here, basically to start off the episode. It's a bunch of combat training going on, and even Grogu's doing some training using the Force and everything, and that's pretty cool to see. But then a young Mando is snatched by a pterosaur. A pterosaur? A pterosaur. I believe that's what they call it. It's like a pterodactyl, basically, kind of dragon type thing, you know. And that's Paz Vizsla's son that was snatched. And so Bo-Katan has to lead a mission to go rescue him. In the meantime, Grogu and the Armorer are hanging out, and Grogu winds up having these flashbacks to Order 66 when he was rescued by a Jedi named Kelleran Beck, played by Ahmed Best. Yes, that one from the prequels and the Clone Wars, and that's fantastic to see Ahmed Best playing a different kind of character here in Star Wars, other than Jar Jar. So, in this scene, we see them rescue Grogu. Many Jedi die, of course, but Kelleran Beck gets him to safety, at least it seems that way, until they're attacked. These Naboo guards help them out and everything, but obviously it was a dark day for the Jedi back then, so it was an interesting little flashback, though, I gotta say. And then back to the rescue mission here. So all these Mandos on jetpacks, led by Bo-Katan, they wind up rescuing the boy, and they kill the pterosaur. It winds up, turning into like a scene from Jurassic World, where a bigger water creature eats the flying creature. So it did that again. It pulled a Jurassic World. So that's fine though, and it was very risky. It was at the risk of the lives of Bo-Katan and Din Djarin, but they were successful, of course. And they even bring back the chicks from the pterosaur. They actually bring them back to the convert. So it's very, very strange that they would keep them, I guess. But then again, I mean, you can't just let them die, right? I guess so. So Bo tells the Armorer, played by Emily Swallow, that she saw the mythosaur underwater while rescuing Mandalorian, and for real too, not just in her mind, because the Armorer doesn't believe her. It's like, oh yes, in your mind you saw it. I know. It's like, no, I actually saw it, is what she's saying. So Bo-Katan, she gets this new pauldron, this piece of shoulder armor, basically, with a sigil placed on it, and it's the symbol of the mythosaur. And we've seen that on Boba Fett and other characters, I think, as well. But she's now highly respected by the Mandos. I mean, they're like in awe of Bo-Katan now. So yeah, I mean, hey, good for her, right? So by the very end of the episode, the Armorer still doesn't believe Bo-Katan. I don't think anyone will when she tells them. I think she's just going to keep this to herself, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. And this episode was a lot of fun. Though, like I said, it did feel very short. It went by very fast. It was very episodic, let's say. It was very much like an episode of a cartoon, I thought. It was almost like an episode of the Clone Wars, kind of thing, or Bad Batch, which is an excellent series, by the way. You should definitely check that out. The rescue mission episode, it's fine. It was nothing kind of new, but still cool. It was a very big boost for Bo-Katan, of course, getting all the respect from the Mandos. She may wind up leading them, who knows? And she may go mad with power, and maybe that'll start a rift between her and Din Djarin, who knows? The flashback I thought was really cool. Great to see Ahmed Best again. He's a really good actor, and really deserves a little bit more work, a little bit more respect as well. So, like I said, though, this episode isn't anything too new. It's kind of retreading stuff we've already seen in other Star Wars things, but it was pretty good, though. Overall, I did enjoy it, and it went by really quickly, and I thought that Carl Weathers did an excellent job. You do have to wonder kind of where this series is headed. I can only speculate as to what's going on here with Bo-Katan and why they're kind of focusing on her so much. I do kind of feel maybe it'll lead to a showdown by the end of the series between the two, or not. Maybe it'll lead to an alliance that stays true together. I don't know. We'll see, right? Will we see the origins of the First Order? Will we see Moff Gideon again? How about Admiral Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn from the Timothy Zahn books? You never know. Like, there's just all this speculation going on here. We'll likely see crossovers with other Star Wars shows. I'm sure that's going to happen, like with Ahsoka and everything. I do hope that we do get more story progression, though, with the next episode with Mando, Bo, Grogu, and a little bit more Coruscant stuff, too. I liked that stuff in the previous episode, in episode 3. That was just showing more and more of Coruscant and the politics of Star Wars, which is something that's always interested me. I understand if it may be boring to, kids or whatnot, but I always like the politics of Star Wars. I find it very fascinating as an adult. So what can I say? I want to see more of that. But, like I said, pretty good episode. Just have no idea how the season will end, so it's keeping me guessing. So I'm going to give episode 4 an 8 out of 10. All right, guys, that's all for me. Until next time, may the Force be with you. Peace.